Let me ask you something. What if I told you there's a luxury electric sedan out there making over 1,300 horsepower, with technology that makes most cars on the road look 10 years old? I'm talking about a car with 4 electric motors, a suspension system so advanced it can literally make the car jump, and an interior that feels more like a private jet lounge than a sedan. And the craziest part? The price of this thing is honestly kind of shocking. I'm not going to tell you the exact number yet, because if I say it right now, you might not believe me. But trust me, by the time we get to the end of this video, you're probably going to understand why Tesla, BMW, and Mercedes should be paying very close attention to this car. This is the BYD Yangwang U7, and it might be one of the most ambitious electric cars ever built. Now, first, just look at it. Most electric cars today are designed to look smooth and efficient. You know what I mean. Rounded edges, minimal lines, kind of like a bar of soap on wheels. But the U7, this thing looks aggressive. The front design has these massive C-shaped headlights that stretch across the front fascia, giving the car a wide, planted stance. It almost looks like the car is staring you down. And those lights don't just turn on. They perform a full light animation sequence when you unlock the car, something that feels more like a futuristic concept vehicle than a production sedan. But the design isn't just about style. This car is actually one of the most aerodynamic sedans ever built. Its drag coefficient is around 0.195. To put that into perspective, a Tesla Model S sits around 0.208, and even the ultra-efficient Lucid Air is just slightly higher. That means the U7 slices through the air like a bullet, which helps with efficiency, stability at high speed, and overall range. But design and aerodynamics are just the beginning, because under the body of this car is where things get really interesting. The U7 is built on BYD's E4 platform, which means it uses 4 independent electric motors, one for each wheel. Now, that might not sound like a big deal at first, but this setup gives the car incredibly precise control over power delivery. Instead of sending power evenly like a traditional all-wheel drive system, the computer can adjust torque to each wheel thousands of times per second. So if one tire loses grip, the system instantly redirects power to the other wheels to keep the car perfectly balanced. And all of that adds up to something pretty wild. The Yangwang U7 produces over 1,300 horsepower. That's more power than a Tesla Model S Plaid, more power than many exotic supercars. And in a full-sized luxury sedan, that kind of performance is honestly insane. We're talking about 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 3 seconds, in a car that's roughly the size of an S-Class. But performance isn't even the most futuristic part of this vehicle. That title probably belongs to the suspension. BYD calls it DiSus-Z. Instead of traditional air suspension, this system uses high-speed electric actuators at each wheel. And because these actuators react almost instantly, the car can actively control body movement in ways most vehicles simply can't. When the car goes over bumps, the suspension can adjust so quickly that the cabin stays almost perfectly level. And yes, the system is powerful enough to actually lift the car off the ground. There are real demonstrations showing the U7 performing small vertical jumps. Do you need your luxury sedan to jump? Probably not, but it definitely shows how advanced the technology inside this car really is. Inside the cabin, things get even more impressive. The interior is packed with Nappa leather, crystal-style controls, large OLED displays, and ambient lighting everywhere. Passengers get their own screens, the seats offer massage functions, and there's even a built-in refrigerator in the rear cabin. It honestly feels less like a car interior and more like a high-end executive lounge. And that brings us to the question everyone is probably asking. With 1,300 horsepower, cutting-edge suspension technology, and this level of luxury, how much does it cost? Because cars with these kinds of specs usually land somewhere around $200,000 or more. A Lucid Air Sapphire costs over $250,000. Some Porsche Taycan models push well past $200,000.
But the Yangwang U7, in China, the starting price is expected to be roughly $86,000 to $90,000, which means for about the price of a well-equipped Tesla Model S, you're getting a 1,300 horsepower luxury sedan with technology that honestly feels like it came from the future. Now, of course, there's one big catch. Because of tariffs and regulations, cars like this aren't widely available in the US yet. But if that ever changes, it could completely shake up the luxury EV market. So now I'm curious, if this car were available in the US tomorrow for around $90,000, would you choose this over a Tesla, or would you still stick with the brands we already know? Let me know in the comments. I'm genuinely curious what you think. And if you enjoy content about new electric vehicles and future car technology, make sure to subscribe because the EV race is heating up and things are about to get really interesting.